If you have to ruin me to feel righteous, maybe you're not the hero, babes. Hi, groupies. Welcome to another episode of the Vanity Tour. We cover our grievances in glitter. This was called Makeup is My Therapy, and quite frankly, I just don't feel like that fits my brand. On today's episode, we need to talk about this victimhood pipeline that's been going on because of social media, because of these armchair psychologists who got their degree from TikTok University and WebMD. Babes, you're not educated, you just did the bare minimum. Specifically, I want to talk about when Girls Support Girls has a disclaimer. Obviously, we're going to talk about my personal experiences and things I've heard about. Let's get started with talking and with the base because, well, my face could use a little work. We have all been not just a victim of this, but a perpetrator of it. When was the last time you left a friendship? And was it for a good reason? Or was it selfish? I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. It was selfish, but it's not necessarily always a bad thing. Disclaimer there. It's not always a bad thing to be selfish. There is this push lately to not admit when you're actually being selfish. I get it, because we have been raised to think that being selfish is always a bad thing. I'm here to reassure you that it's not, but there has to be actual good reason. So this pipeline of it's okay to be selfish always leads to lacking the awareness that they are the problem. Babes, accountability can't apply to everyone but you. Quite frankly, you can't gaslight God. If I see the wrong and the people around me see the wrong, that you cried wolf, you wonder why you keep losing friends. And I think this goes for everyone. We've all been the perpetrator and the victim. But quite frankly, there is no one right person in social situations like this. I have lost friends over things that, it's so obvious that it wasn't right. Like in high school, I had this girl who I had been friends with for a year, and I was moving at the end of the year. And I, wanted to throw a little going away party for myself. And so one of our mutual friends asked her if she was going to my going away party. And she said she wasn't going to go to the main part of it, but she would go with us to get food. Because she didn't want to be seen with my cringy emo friends. Girl. And so I went to talk to her about it. I got emotional. She was going on her phone, getting on my nerves. Obviously, that would get on anyone's nerve. And so the two friends that I had been speaking to about this started yelling at her because she was ignoring me and going on her phone. And it was all my fault because I should have controlled my friends better. This is the thing I've noticed is you have to control your friends when they're standing up for you. How dare other people think they're wrong, not just you, because if other people also think they're wrong, it ruins their whole victimhood story. Why are we participating in the performative pain Olympics? It's not cute, especially with today's issue with what about meism. This what about me thing comes from how much social media and the algorithms curate to us. I have had multiple instances where I've had friends up and leave. It's mainly happened with my female friendships. And my question is, babes, why have I watched a man hurt you? Why is a man allowed to humiliate you thousands of times over? But when I critique you, when I call you out, I'm the villain. You know what? I've just learned to keep my female friendships, to just keep my mouth shut. Women have been almost trained to think that every woman around you wants your man. Girlie, I don't want your man. He looks like the rat from Flushed Away. Your man looks like Mike Wazowski, and he acts like Hal from Megamind. Why would I want him? I want Megamind. Had so many friendships fall out over things that are actually nothing. I think that girls who think that way took other people's men or like dated who their friend liked. Like, I've been a victim of that. And it's not a fun feeling. I forgave her for that. It truly is an amazing phenomenon to witness girls think, I want their husband or I want their boyfriend. Like, I think your husband's ugly. No offense. Attracted to a very specific kind of person now. My type physically is one thing. We talked about this in the Demon Kiss video. I like people who look like Joe Keery, so dark hair, dark eyes. Yeah, they have to be taller than me. I can't date someone shorter than me again. Don't delude yourself into thinking every girl wants to be with the man that you think looks like young Leonardo DiCaprio, when really, he looks like old Leonardo DiCaprio. You're romanticizing a man who wants to isolate you. You're choosing a man over your friends. When your friend, gives you a completely valid critique of your own behavior, the woman is in the wrong, but the man can gaslight you all day. The girls who call it out are gonna be seen as the villain even when they get proven right. You're always gonna be the villain because you tried to insert yourself into something that they perceived that you didn't need to insert yourself into, even when you were right about it. When you were trying to help them. Little makeup showcase. The Alphabet Collection Obvi. This is not your basic witch eyeliner. Cheek and lip rouge in Destined to Fly. On your collar, color changing lip balm in black is this year's pink. Not gonna use the lip balm. It's just pH changing. Basically, it's the mood ring lip balm. It's stupid. I'll just swatch it for you. Wow. Also have the other Alphabet collection, or the Wicked for Good collection from Run Beauty. Lip liner in Defy Expectations. The Glossy Balm in Wickedness. Blush and lipstick in Braverism, and Liquid Shadow in Elfie. These girls preach positivity and girls and girls support girls. And then they do things that the friend that they're claiming is basically a horrible person would never do to them. And then they want to play victim. Here's the thing, did you actually try and talk it out? Or did you just talk it out and basically try and convince them that whatever they did and whatever they're feeling is completely wrong and you are the only one who's ever correct? Because these girls, I've said it before, are the same girls that choose men's validation over their friends. Then want to complain about pick-me's. Like, girl, you are the pick-me. The call is coming from inside the house. It really is just a lack of maturity and a lack of wanting to mature. Because as much as I wish I could make up with some people, I know it's probably better if I don't, and I just let them have their perception of me, because everyone's gonna have their perception of you. What you perceive yourself to be isn't any less valid than how other people perceive you, but it also doesn't erase your wrongs and how you've made someone feel. But right, accountability only applies when it's not applying to you. When you continuously choose the path of being right over the path of taking criticism, you make yourself look stupid. Especially when you preach love and light. It's victim mentality and bullying tactics hidden in drama, in fakeness. Y'all clearly never got out of that high school drama mentality. Don't come sit at my table. I'm not saying I don't want you to eat. I think it really is just a thing of being a girl in your 20s. Especially nowadays with, all the social media stuff. But I feel like it also depends on who you're looking up to. I mean, if you're looking up to Taylor Swift, I'm gonna think you're a mediocre white woman. And you're never gonna get out of the high school days because she didn't. Sorry. It really doesn't help that I want to come after anyone who doesn't agree with you and then say toxic friendships and repost all this stuff, and then when you got called out on that, coming after that person saying, you're so self-centered, not everything's about you, blah, 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 blah. Like, girl, I'm sorry that, like, the exact thing that you're reposting is relating to our exact situation. Blaming and throwing shade and throwing stones, you could also very well be completely in the wrong. Another thing that really gets on my nerves is those who hide behind being a saint, but really they're snakes. They're very like manipulative in a way that's pretty hard to catch. Too many people think they're like this perfect little angel who could do no wrong. We've all had that girl. And then when these people got bit, you're left there like, you know, I told you so, but you didn't want to listen, and now you don't want those people back in your life. It makes me sick. Y'all make it hard to be supportive of you. Someone came in to your house or your space and they accidentally knocked down your favorite cup. Complete accident. They did not mean to. In your turn, you scream at them, berate them, demand money to replace your favorite cup, and then proceed to break one of their favorite cups when they explain that they broke your cup on accident. You basically tell them it doesn't matter, it's still broken, it's your fault, and you deserve to not have a favorite cup either. I don't know if this analogy is making much sense. I'm sorry that makes you feel some type of way, babe, but that is unfortunately just how the cookie crumbles. I guess that's my ramble. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. It helps my video in the algorithm. You can follow me right here. Keep it loud, keep it messy, and keep it rockin'.